sexy souls, and welcome back to the channel. So this is a very interesting intro that I'm going to do, and I felt like I wanted to talk about it. I wasn't actually going to record a video at all this week because I didn't do it on Saturday, but I thought, you know what, I have free time, I want to do it, so I'm here, I'm doing it. And yeah, I was just kind of doing housework the other day, and just all of this information started to come through, and I was like, okay. And then recently I've realized that there was a certain big interview with a couple, a very important couple, not important to my eyes, but to a lot of people. They are very invested in and subscribing to that whole thing. And that's where I just want to kind of start off with this. I will go into a little bit more about that later on. But what I want to start off with saying is just generally where we're at the minute. We are very much having a choice now. Like, everything is being spoon-fed to us again, but in a different way. So all of the information, all of the things that we are able to look at it and discern what it really means is right there in front of our face now, and it's literally on TV. Left, right and center. Like, it's so obvious now, and it's getting to the point where I actually cannot look at TV at all, because there's two sides here. There is two sides to what we're looking at. There is, there's a side of the old ways, and it's still playing on that old energy. And then there's this new ways, which has a lot to kind of feed the new agers, the ones that like to look way too deep into things, and then they get kind of wrapped up in that. And then there's, me, completely is not interested in it anymore at all. I'm focused on my future and the things that I am enjoying in my personal life, like reading books that I like and doing things that I'm grateful that I am able to do. That's where I'm at. But on the collective, because this is for, the intros are mainly for collective energy, so that's why I'm going to talk about this. Because I've been, not that I'm just in a different stream. We're all from the same source, okay? I'm paddling down a different river, and the current is quite quick here, and it's nice and flowy. Some people have ended up in a lake, stagnant, stuck. And what happens to water in the lake? It evaporates. And that's just my view on life, is some people are not meant for this. Okay, so some people have to transition on, but we never truly, die, because what happens to it when it goes up into the atmosphere, it comes back down again, okay? So I know a lot of people are really sad and losing people, but we're all contracted into this life in different ways, okay? And a lot of us light workers, some of us are getting spiritual egos, and some of us are just really not really getting involved in things at the minute. We're trying our best to share what we can, but this is not our job anymore. Our job is to keep doing what we're doing and focus on ourselves, because that will eventually ripple out into the collective. Because what we done to the water, what we done to our food, I'm not going to tell you what we done to our water and our food, you should know this by now. And what we did to our information and our history and our healthcare and all of the things, what we done to them is what we done to our consciousness. And now, this is where the real war is. It's the war of the mind. Where is your mind going towards? What is your attention being focused on? And we're getting rid of the old toxins, okay? We're getting rid of our old toxic ways, and we're also detoxing our body. A lot of us that have been on this spiritual journey for a long time now have been really pushed to detox more than ever, because we just feel like we have to. Not that we have to, but we just can't help it. It's like it's inevitable. We're doing it anyway. And while that's happening to us, now people in the collective that aren't so open to this are starting to have you know, their own stuff happening to them, their own karma, and we're kind of observing it, and we're like, oh, I don't know what to do, because everyone's kind of going a little bit loopy. And yeah, I'm observing it, and I'm like, okay, I just have to be me. I just have to live here and do me right now, because this has to happen. We are detoxifying the collective consciousness. And so the big interview I'm talking about, basically we're having a royal flush. We are flushing out what does not serve us anymore. And I just want to say, with, you know, certain organizations, let's say, that, you know, take your money to do good with it, use your discernment. How long have these organizations been around for, and have they actually done anything for countries that need food and water and stuff like this? Have they really done anything? Because since I've been born, I've seen these organizations and I've seen nothing being done. So in regards to this big interview and people going through something that is serious, which is their mind, their health of their mind, and they're using it to play on people's emotions, they are channeling, you're taking part in a ritual by letting yourself be sucked in to certain interviews, movies and things like this. When you're getting caught up in it and you're not actually being conscious while watching it, you're losing yourself in that. You are plugging yourself into something that is taking your power away. And this is, I'm going to keep shouting it from the rooftops. Take your power back. We have to take our power back, okay? So when my sister was like, are you going to watch the big interview? I was like, you should know. Because I've also distanced myself from speaking about certain things to people, because it's not my choice. It's not my job when they're clearly not listening, okay? So, but I am not going to watch something because everyone else is watching it, because I am my own sovereign self and I choose to subscribe to whatever I want to subscribe to, okay? Which is healthy for me and my mind and all of the in between. I listen to audiobooks instead. I read books. I'm trying to read books. I'm not the greatest at reading books, but trying to read more books. I'm trying to get more enjoyment out of the information that I'm learning as well. So yes, I just want to say as well that that couple that was on the TV talking to the other lady, I have no interest in them. I don't care if they're good or if they're bad or whatever. I have no interest in this whole illusion anymore. I can't even, it's not that it triggers me or it upsets me anymore. I just can't watch it. I have no interest in it. But I just want to let you know that you shouldn't feel guilty if you are still wanting to watch certain things, or you're still wanting to subscribe to things that you know aren't good for you, because like we are all learning, we're all going towards the same goal. Well, anyone that has a human soul, I don't know about other energies in the universe, but anyone that has a human soul, we are all born into love. We all, when we're children, we're pure. We have a pure heart, and then it gets tainted. So we're finding ourselves, and we're finding back that true source and that true flow. Okay, that's what we're working ourselves back towards. Some of us are on a faster river, but it doesn't matter, and it's everyone will catch up if they want to catch up with you. Everyone will connect into your stream if they are meant to be there. You will just notice, you will feel it, you will understand it, because the real language that you should be communicating, if someone doesn't hear you and they're misunderstanding or they're misinterpreting what you're trying to say, they're not in your stream. So you don't have to prove yourself. You just detach and you go about what you're doing. You don't attach to someone else, because the minute you attack, and you're then in their stream, and then you have to get back to where you were. Okay, so it's this switching and changing in between. This is what we're figuring out. Okay, so stick to your truth, stick to what you want to flow through with, and leave everyone else to figure everything else for themselves. figure it out for themselves, okay? Because you can only provide information, you can't prove it to anyone, and you can't get involved in arguments and conflict. That isn't your place anymore. They are just projecting for you to come to them again, okay? Because it's like on a big zoomed out universal level, it's part of the detoxing. When your body starts to detox, it goes through withdrawals and it goes through the shakes and it, you sweat and you're getting all of the things, okay? But while you are detoxing, there's healthy cells regenerating in your body. You're starting to light up. Your DNA is starting to reprogram, or it's starting to rebuild itself, and that's what the new light is. The people who are awake are lighting up certain parts of this earth. And I want to say that when I was kind of channeling information earlier today, Mother Earth, Gaia, she has been real happy with where she's been at. So what I mean by that is like all of the stuff that's been happening with the collective and the rising of the consciousness, it's actually been so healing, and she's so grateful is what I was feeling, and she's feeling very, very abundant. And another thing that I'm picking up is that people are starting to kind of, reconnect with her. So she is kind of not having this alone time anymore, where she gets to, do what she wants to do and let us all figure it out for herself, because now people are starting to connect back to nature and are wanting to connect with the earth and be more sustainable, and not the whole twisted global warming way. The other way, the going back to the actual connecting with the earth and understanding it, not trying to fix it. Just understand it and it will understand you. That's what Mother Earth wants us to learn and know about, okay? I was also picking up that behind the scenes, there is, I don't know if there's articles or could be, or this is governments and stuff, but there is words are happening right now in the collective, to do with, and I feel like it's going to do with when's the next moon? Sorry, I have a calendar up here. I don't know. We might hear something on the 13th. 13th is a very special number actually as well. Oh, and the moon is at Pisces. The moon is 0 degrees in Pisces on the 13th, Pacific Standard Time, 0013. And that is 8:13 in the morning. Don't know why I've been drawn to look at that. But pay attention to around that time to see what happens, because I feel like something will come out collectively. Not everyone will know about this, but if you do, let me know, message me or leave a comment. And I just feel like around that time maybe something will happen, because I feel that something will start to change with movement, and there will be new kind of energy coming in that we will actually see more clearly. The illusion's kind of gone then, after that new moon. Okay, we're entering Pisces season as well, and I feel like that is what this choice is, okay? So people will know the truth. A lot more people will know the truth. That is there, but it just hasn't been revealed yet. And then there will also be people who completely are just blind and they just won't realize what's going on at all. But I just feel like around that date, a lot of things will make more sense as to where the next part of the year is headed, okay? I really feel like travel as well. The illusion and the decision making, the back and forth, like how are we going to do this? How are we going to, the way I'm hearing it is how are we going to break the news to the world that we're getting back with travel, because some people are still going to want to wear their masks and things like this. So with that being said, yeah, that's just what I'm feeling with all that. There's a lot of talking going on, negotiating on how we're going to do this, because we need to move on now. This is it, time to get over that whole thing and move on with life. That's where we're going with that, is what I want to hear. I just want to say as well, we need to now stop complaining about things, and this goes for everyone, not just people who are woke or whatever, like, or not just people who are not, you know what I mean, like family and friends that are not awake, even people who are more tuned into things that's happening around them. You also need to start to appreciate things and stop complaining, and, you know, you're not restricted from anything. You can actually go outside. You can go and get fresh air, because when you choose to do things, and, you know, the minute you say, I can't do that, why you can't, you ask yourself why you can't do that. Or the minute you complain about something, ask yourself, why are you complaining about it? Because it's like, enough is enough now. We're in a whole new energy, and we should start to feel a lot happier about life, because we're kind of out of the worst of it. And I know it's going to change, and a lot of people will not be able to adapt fully very quickly. So let that all happen. But on the grander scale of things, we're in a very good place in the world right now. We're in a very good energy right now, because it's the beginning. It's the beginning. Whatever has ended is done now, and we're getting through these next few years. I'm not going to say a few months, few years of change, and it'll be ups and downs, because we want to welcome change, but we're also afraid of it. So yeah, but good things are coming as well, and don't worry about that. But also, don't try and switch anyone into your lane. Again, I'm hearing that again. Don't try and switch anyone over to your lane. And this also goes with relationships, like your partner and stuff. You don't have to, like, you know, completely break it off with them. But, you know, if they're really not getting it by now, and you're still holding on, you need to start to think, okay, how can I fully detach? Because this is the hard thing with relationships. If they're just not on the same page as you, I don't know what to say. You need to ask yourself those questions, because is it worth you know, speaking your truth? Because the person that you're most connected to, if it's not working out anymore, you just need to you need to really face that and not avoid it anymore, because you're going to start to pick up bad habits, and you're going to blame it on the bad habits and stuff, when really you're not dealing with the emotions. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot. So I just want to thank the lovely Shannon. She gifted me this new tarot deck, and I am obsessed with it. I'm going to use this today, and I'm going to focus on where your energy is going, like what part of your body, where is that energy being taken from. So I'm going to use this deck. This deck is a little dark, but you know me, I love my darker decks. And she also, she also got me this deck, and I freaking love it, because I've never had a deck like this. Thank you so much, Shannon. I said thanks so many times now. I think you're like, okay, I get it. But it's got this like weird texture on the back, and I freaking love it. A message for the collective. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Woohoo! That's what I literally just felt about everything. All of it's starting to, you know, go away. It's literally now. I've said this a few times already. Like, we have a choice. We've always had the choice. That's the whole point of this reality. But like, literally now, it's time to buckle up, or it's time to man up and choose the right reality, the right truth. Okay, the one that is real and the one that is not artificial. And also, lastly, I want to thank Cartini. She gifted me these amazing incenses. She gave me two, and I have one burning over there at the minute. And it's so freaking good. It is organic tobacco. It's frankincense, and they're just amazing. But I just wanted to say thank you, because last week it was filled with abundance. I don't know about anyone else, but I felt like that was a sign for me that good things are coming. These little small gifts that people have been giving me have been proving to me that good things are coming, because when the universe sends me things like this, it's like, you are correct. You're preparing yourself for this. This intro was very, very long, and I know not everybody watches these. Let me know, actually, comment down below if you do watch this the whole way through, because I would love to know that. Okay, so we are going to have 4 groups for this reading. So choose one of the 4 groups. You can close your eyes and look at your mind's eye, and whatever number comes to you, or whatever number you hear, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that is the number for you. Or you can also go down to the description, and when you look at the timestamp, which numbers are you drawn to the most? Which you may have an angel number there, or something that really wants to draw your attention to. So many different ways that you can choose a pie. But I will let that be up to your own discernment. And yes, thank you for watching the intro if you did. And we shall begin. Okay, hello group number 1. So I am not going to do any channeling today. I'm just going to look at the cards straight away. Because I don't want to get, I feel like that intro was very long. So I would recommend you to go and watch it, because I feel like a lot of channeled messages came through in the intro. So I'm not going to channel for this part. We're basically going to be looking at what energy is being kind of sucked from external sources, okay? So we want to kind of, you know, take that power back and make sure that you're closing off that energy when needed. And that's where we're kind of looking at with this. I do want to say that you are completely starting something. You're going to start feeling like you're interested in something that has to do with your health as well, but also kind of healing how you view other people, and also the people that, you know, you might have said a few things that didn't mean, and now you're kind of feeling bad about that. This is all part of the process of this new journey that you're kind of approaching, or this new journey that you're on, sorry. I feel like you are very much protected by your spiritual team, so there's no worry here. You have nothing to worry about, and you should also hold your head high. Be proud of who you are, okay? And don't. If you've been receiving, I want to hear that, please. Okay, so if you've been receiving a message from the universe and now it's turned out to be something quite different, don't get hard on yourself, or don't punish the universe or whatever is happening with this, because this was a lesson for you to, you know, kind of take a step back and not always think that you have everything working out exactly how it needs to be, because, you know, there is bumps along the way. We can't always be 100% with our intuition and with our visions or whatever, or gifts. We have to, you know, give room for the lessons to come in and wait for that to kind of manifest, so that we can then get past it and then look back on it. Sometimes we need that kind of feeling with things. I don't know how to explain that, but it's, you know, sometimes we think we're in the moment and we're actually not getting the point. Don't know what I'm trying to say here, but there's so much. The Fool. This is the root. Yeah, this is what I feel like has happened. So I feel here that the Fool card is about taking new risks and starting this new journey that I feel like, again, that I said that you were on. You are completely changing now. And with the root chakra, with that root energy, it's to do with where are you now financially, where are you now, where's your home, are you safe? It has to do with all of these things of zooming back in, and whatever is happening on TV or on the external world, look around you. Are you safe? is anything coming to kill you? Is anything actually harming you right now? And let yourself, bring yourself back into the now moment in a healthy way. Not kind of, you know, I don't know, I feel like there's some reason, but you're, to get yourself back into the now space, you're doing it through here. So you're giving a lot of your psychic energy away, and then in turn that is draining your body. That's draining your I feel like something to do with nutrients as well. I think that's why certain health issues have come up, because it was a way of trying to tell you that, you know, you are a little ungrounded and you're not actually completely aligned. You are very present in the now moment, but half of that energy is gone from you. Okay, so with the root chakra, it's getting out, and the best thing that works for me is earthing, so walking barefoot. Another great thing is going to the ocean, and the beach is probably the best place. For me, that's my favorite place to go, because you have the sand, and you then have the water as well to wash away the old, as you kind of visualize that as you're walking along. So that's a really good way. And then other things are eating more, and balancing your eating habits as well. You know, not just eating little bits here and there, and bringing like what humans do to stay balanced, and not what your spiritual team is showing you, or not what your spiritual teachers, people on YouTube and things like that, what they're doing, because what they're doing is what they have now kind of been ready to start doing. So like, for example, maybe you've been hearing about fasting and you are not ready for it. Things like that. It's like your body is telling you, you know, don't get ahead of yourself. You can't take risks, but the real problem with that is if you're not grounded into the roots of the earth, or you're not rooted into the ground, you're not really going to feel very like comfortable with what you're trying to do. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that. And then with this, I just realized that the glare was probably, I said to myself that, yes, I knew this was, sorry, I'm talking and then I'm not making sense. This was probably glared because I had it like right here, so when I have a card I have to kind of hold it slanted. So we have the Knight of Wands, and we have an orangutan. Again, we have that orange red fire energy that not gonna lie, this Knight of Wands, he is very angry. He's screaming. So this orangutan is just not happy. And for me, this orangutan, why is it in the house in the first place? It should be out enjoying nature, out in the trees, outside. I feel like you've been cooped up by the fire, by this, you know, the heating. I feel like your home has been very warm and cozy and everything, but you haven't really been getting outside and getting fresh air. So you've started to pick up bad habits because of comfort, okay? And this is where what I'm feeling is you're either watching too much TV, or you're watching too many spiritual teachers, and you're not actually looking after your own health, and you're not actually getting up and drinking more water and getting out and doing a little bit of exercise and things like that. So this Knight of Wands, it's like, because this is my first time using this deck, and this is a very different vibe to that energy. But that's what I'm picking up from it. Sorry. If that just cut off, it's because my mother knocked on the door, and I was like frustrated because I have a thing on the door to say do not come in when I'm recording. So a little bit of anger came up there, and I was like, I had to go tell her to, you know, read the signs. Read the signs. So maybe that is a message for you as well. Read the signs that are right there in front of you. Where if you're also, root chakra wants to release anger if it's unbalanced, okay? So there's some trapped energy there, and when it comes up, it kind of rises, like your blood boils, okay? And that root energy as well is connected to the blood. So do you have a high temperature? I feel like this fire in the background has a lot to do with that. We really need to listen into our body. So if you have a high blood pressure, or you have anything wrong with your blood, it's your body is trying. There's a language there that the universe speaks through the signs. It speaks through, you know, all of these different things. So if you've been getting all of these signs, high blood pressure, anger, acne, this is releasing. But the more you resist, and the more you resist, the more angry you will get, the worse your acne will get, your blood pressure will rise even higher, and it'll become a bad thing. So if you want this feeling of freedom to happen for you, you need to let things happen the way that they're meant to. Okay, and not try and suppress your emotions and things like that, because this is not the energy that we want. It's like you have the perfect opportunity now to start fresh. But I think that you're a little afraid. So group number 1, this wasn't very positive. It was kind of, I feel like, not what many people would want to hear, but yeah, I think that's all I have for this. I because this deck is quite intense, I am just going to pull one card each for it. So that is one of those and one of those. But yeah, I hope this helped. I hope it wasn't too harsh. I hope you aren't angry at me. But yeah, leave a comment down below. You can say what you mean, just don't say it mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know nobody ever gives me a hard time in the comment section here, but this message was just like really like, I don't know how people are going to take that, but yeah. That is all I have for you. I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So, we are going to be using the chakra cards, because what I want to do for today, if you watched the intro, I want to kind of look at where your energy is being pulled. So what is being taken from you. So we're kind of going to look at what you can kind of focus on to protect your energy a little bit more, and what areas of the body are needing a little bit more attention and love. I'm going to use my new deck that Shannon gifted me. It's quite dark, and you know, I don't want this to be too dark, because group number 1 was like really dark. Not dark, but it was just very kind of gloomy. So I want this to be a little bit more positive. This energy for me, I'm not going to full on like do a whole closing my eyes channeling, but I am already picking up information in regards to how you view yourself. Okay, you're welcoming in a companion. You're welcoming in someone that you can really have by your side to kind of support you. This could be romantic, or this could be a friendship. But what I am really feeling from this energy is that, you know, you've really, really worked hard on speaking in a different way and talking to yourself in a kinder way. That could be in your mind, and it also could just be like, whenever people are speaking to you, you're like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. I have more respect for myself. Or, yeah, I know, I see where you're coming from, but I'm not interested. Your boundaries are very, very clear, and it's through this inner strength that you've built up. But now I wanna say that there is a little bit of this is good. Like, I feel like you don't have too much energy being taken from you, want to say. It's just you have your off days where you don't feel like you're worth it, or you sometimes you're being gifted something and you're like, yeah, I don't really want that because I don't think I deserve that much love and attention. This is the thing that I'm picking up here. It's like someone's offering to take you out, or someone's offering to buy your groceries and things like that. You're kind of refusing a lot more than you don't have to refuse anything. You can take all the things that you need. Take all the love and care that you need. You are deserving of that. But you know, you're giving a lot to people too. If you don't feel like you are, you need to really zoom in and look at it. Like, you know, if you're listening to people, if you're caring and compassionate, it doesn't always have to be physical things that you're doing for people. If you are doing the energetic giving, you're going to receive that from physical things. So people will do things for you physically. What? Because you're doing things for them on a different spectrum of energy. Whatever. You're doing it in a different way to them, but it's the same thing. So whenever someone's offering to do something for you, that's because you are being kind and you're doing things for people as well, or them. So that's just what I want to say. You do deserve what you're getting, and there's no reason for you to feel guilty about that. But I do feel like you're attracting in new energy. I want to also say pay attention to the 15th of March, this group. Because I feel like something is going to come to an end, and you're finally going to realize that the opportunity is right there for you to like say, okay, I'm ready now. I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to take up this offer. I'm going to start taking their compliments and accepting them and saying to myself that I deserve this and I am worthy and blah blah blah. Okay? Because it's like you were in between, like you were ready for it, but you were also like, I'll just wait. I'll just stay here in the in between for a minute. So that's what's happening. We have the sun, because I feel like this is what I felt is like literally the sun has been shining down and it has been really lighting you up and you've just been smiling a lot more recently, and this is great. So your attention is actually, group number 2, going in a positive way. So you're not really giving your power away to anything, you're just being conscious and being careful. So this is great, because there is some little tricks along the way, but you're very quick to notice it and take your time and energy back. With the sun card here, I just want to look at this because I don't really use this deck, and I can never tell what color that is. I think, you see, this is meant to be a chakra inspired deck, but sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, because like the sun card, I would think that is a solar plexus, but it's making a lot more sense. I'm going to go with throat chakra, because I feel I've been speaking already about how you have been speaking a lot better. Sun card is about happiness, about joy, about just being positive. And you are being more positive, and this is your reward. You are feeling a lot happier and you're smiling a lot more. So this is a very good energy. This is your energy checkup, and it's positive. I said I wanted positive and I got positive. I also am feeling from this that being a little bit cold has actually done you a lot of favors now, and you're realizing that, you know, it was all worth it. So being cold has actually helped you in the situation that you're in. And anything else? I also want to say that it's time to kind of take a step outside of your comfort zone, as in your home, and actually just get out and be around people a little bit more, okay? Because you are going to get a lot of opportunities coming your way where you are being asked to travel or go on a date or whatever, or do things with someone. It could be a friend as well, and I want you to be ready for that, okay? And don't talk yourself out of it, because again, people want to hear you. People want to hear your opinion on things now. And what happens with that, once you start to be this light and this positive, inspiring person, people want your attention all of the time. So this is what I just want to say. Don't let people take all of your happiness all at once, okay? Calm down and spread it out. Spread it out and make sure that you're giving the right energy to the right people, okay? So don't waste it on everyone. Be very careful about who you waste your time. It's not a waste of time, but just, you know what I mean? Because everything happens for a reason. But just being conscious, like, oh, I could go hang out with that person instead of, you know, helping you again with the same issue that you still haven't listened to. You know what I mean? Recognize who's listening to you and who's not with this, okay? Because they're just, they want your light. They want your sunshine. Okay. Now, we're going to choose a card from here. You've built up so much inner strength, it's not even funny. Four of Wands. I actually feel like your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your higher self, whoever, is talking about how... Sorry, I put this deck down. They're talking up there in the clouds, in the. I love this card. You've really done a good job. I just want to say you've done a really good job of protecting your energy this past while. No gossip, no bad words, or no hate speech that's been directed towards you has been able to get in your way. You have been like, not about that, don't care what you have to say, I'm going to lay here on the grass, I'm going to enjoy nature, I'm going to enjoy the peace and the quiet, while everyone else is talking about me and getting involved in my shit, and they have no idea who I am or what I'm about. I'm just going to rest. Let them all, you're very, very, very much over it now. And you're like, I don't care. These people can be who they want to be and say what they want to say. I don't care. So this is good. You just not care. It's not that you don't care about their opinions, but your higher self is so proud. They're like, it's like, look at her or him. They're doing a great job. It's like they're so proud of you. So I feel like you've been feeling that as well, or you've been kind of connecting in with your higher self. I'm seeing orbs. So yeah, they're definitely around. They're definitely more active than they usually are, as in like sending you signs and stuff and synchronicities and things like that. So switching off has actually switched you on. That's what I'm hearing. And by that I mean you've turned on the light and you're like, I am who I am and I don't care what you think. I am this color yellow. I am sunshine. But yeah, that is all that I have for you, group number 2, and thank you very, very much for watching. Leave a comment down below if this resonates, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. So, for your energy checkup today, we're going to be using 2 decks. This one's going to be for your chakra, your energy check, and then I'm going to use this as well just to kind of clarify anything that maybe I might talk about in the reading. It might be clarified through this deck. This deck is quite darker to the norm, and it's quite different, the artwork, but I really, really enjoy it. It gives me a lot more different ideas around certain tarot cards. And again, tarot, I don't like it to be restricted anyway because I'm not about that. I don't have to believe that this card means that. So I really enjoy this deck because it's quite different. Yeah. Anyway, just getting straight into this. I've literally felt heavy eyes like this. So I don't know, are you tired? Are you sad? Are you just drained? Are you sick? Because you are going through there's a higher knowing here with this. So I want to say that you already kind of know what's up, and there is a lot of sorry, my face is squinting up like this. It's like there is like I don't know how to explain. There's like a feeling. There's like a tenseness. There's a tightness maybe in your body, but there's also just like there is certain things that are just not really working out as you would want them to. But you know there is like some sort of divine guidance in all of what you're going through right now at the minute. I feel that you're either sleeping way more than you usually are, or you're not sleeping enough. I don't know what it could be. It could be different for everybody. But the main thing here is your happiness is kind of on pause, and having the option to spend your abundance, or spend your time with people that you care about, or spend your money on things that you truly want. These things are put on hold because there is something else having to happen on a higher level. This could be in your astral, this could be wherever, but I feel like while you sleep you are healing, while you rest you're healing, and if you're not getting enough sleep, probably a good idea to take some time to yourself to get to sleep, okay? Because at the minute I feel like you know better than I do what you need to do. That's what I want to say. Well, that's what I want to start off by saying. Sorry, I'm just looking at the deck because I didn't know if it was all mixed up or not. What I usually do is I take reversals from this. Okay, so this is positive. When it's upright, this is a good thing. But again, I've already kind of covered the negative part of it, which is like your joy is being sucked away, and that is that solar plexus. And abundance, again, we're talking here with pentacles, the 3 of coins. So that is your abundance. You don't have the option at the minute to kind of spend your time with other people. You don't have the option to spend your money on things that you're wanting to do project wise or work wise or whatever. You just feel like you need a break. So this could also mean that you need some time away from your work, or you know maybe that your work isn't working out for you anymore. It's not making you happy. It's not making you feel fulfilled. So this energy is not permanent. Your joy is not completely, you're not going to be lost in this energy for a long time. I feel like you're being protected when you rest. So when you try and force and get up and do things and distract yourself, you're gonna tumble, you're gonna fall, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to get frustrated. When we try and fix things and it's like when you lose something and you try to find it, and you get madder and more frustrated, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then the minute you give up and you take a break and lie down and center yourself and get on the couch, that's when everything starts to change. That's when you think, oh, it's behind me on the sofa. You know what I mean? It's kind of how it works. So you're just kind of going through this change at the minute, and it's just, embrace this unhappy phase, or embrace this time of being alone and not having support. Because at the minute, You might feel lonely, but you are not alone. You have a team up there as well that's supporting you. So just because you're not getting physical support, that will come. Okay? Because this is where your energy is kind of going towards. Your mind is thinking, I wonder if they'll be able to help me. Okay, so you might feel like that is what's happening, but it's not about getting people to help you or help heal you or anything. It's just about having people around you and being happy with that comfort. Okay, so just bear that in mind. When people are in your company, when you're going through things like this, you do not suck them into your drama. You do not take away, because that you're doing what you don't like when people, you don't like that when people do that to you, so don't do it to them. So, if you're inviting people over, if you're going to complain, or if you are going to moan, stop yourself. Because complain to your higher self. Complain to your source, God. Don't bring your friends, don't bring your family, don't bring your work colleagues into your drama, because this is the energy that we need to stop doing this kind of stuff. Okay? That's not for everybody, but that's for some people that I'm feeling with this energy. Okay? The rest, I'm feeling that I do want to say that if you feel kind of stuck with certain projects or certain things that you're wanting to work on, notice I'm hearing notice where things have been locked away. So there's certain stuff that you've maybe put on the side and you've forgotten about, and now it's kind of time to, open that box again and get yourself back into that. Okay? Because that's going to bring back that happiness that you need. Because you got bored along the way, or you're just kind of not seeing where it's going. You just kind of keep going with whatever it is that you're working on at the minute. You're not seeing the end result because you forgot about something along the way. You had to put something on hold. Now you need to go back and retrieve that information, or that whatever that is. Could also be people and friends, and get their opinion again. Okay? It's about opinions here, and not in a negative way, like I was saying. So it's about opinions and getting people's guidance as well, but not bringing the drama into it. Keeps going back to that. So that's what I'm getting with that. This deck, we're going to pull now. One came flying out. We have the Eight of Wands. Look at this. I love this Eight of Wands. With this, I want to say the message is like, look at all these ravens. If you think on like Game of Thrones, or when the raven comes with the message, this is what I'm seeing. So the messages are going to start coming. You're going to start getting opportunities coming your way and messages coming your way. So everything is starting to come towards you now. It's time for you to kind of be ready for that. New opportunities are coming your way, and with certain restrictions being lifted, you are no longer going to be locked up in this kind of environment that hasn't really been serving you in the best way. So now it's time for you to be prepared for what's coming, because for a long time I'm hearing that you've been working on something for a long time, and now you're going to have the opportunity to share that with other people, or have other people give you their opinion on what you're doing and how it's helping them and benefit them and whatever. So there's a lot of this happening at the minute. This is a really nice card. This, again, a lot of stuff is coming up with movement and travel, and as I seen that, I seen an angel just running up the stairs. So it's like we're really moving forward in things, with things, sorry, in the collective, and it's going to be easy for those who are ready, who've been waiting for this for such a long time. It's going to be really easy. It's an easy transition for you, group number 3. Yeah. And as well, here I'm seeing that in this, I'm seeing the blocked sun. So the sun has been blocked with this pentacle, and that once, because here in the background of this card, we have the sun kind of coming, it's actually going down. Yeah, it's going down for me here, and it's like this last little challenge that you're going through is to get rid of the last blockages that you have, okay? Because the new energy that's coming for you in the rest of the year, I'm hearing, is a lot to do with things happening on time, and you're not having to wait anymore. You're actually having this very abundant period of, you're going to have this for a while, I feel. You're going to have a lot of abundance coming your way, and you're going to have things come to you on time when you want them. Things are going to manifest a lot quicker because you're just going to be in this flow. There's a lot, and it's going to move quickly. Once it starts going, it won't be able to stop. So you'll almost feel a little bit overwhelmed with all of these messages, because that's how the 8 of Wands makes me always feel. It's like when I get the 8 of Wands for someone, I'm like, whew. It's like almost a little bit overwhelming. But yeah, that is all I have for you, group number 3. Leave a comment down below if this resonated, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 4. Welcome to your energy checkup. So I'm going to be using 2 decks today. I'm going to be using this deck for looking into the chakra, the energy, and I'm going to be using this deck to just kind of clarify further any other messages that I'm picking up. I want to start off with saying that I feel here that you're going to be receiving, either you already have been, or yeah, I feel like you have already, but it's going to continue even more, and it's going to get stronger. Your support system is going to be great. That's on all dimensions, all levels. So that is your family, your friends, your guides, your guardian angels, etc, etc, etc. I also feel like the pain, the suffering, the uncertainty, it's over. We've come to a point now, I'm hearing, where everything is complete, and it's all done and dusted now. It's been, I'm hearing it's been hard to say goodbye. So someone could have lost someone recently, or they also could have went through like a breakup, but this is teaching you to appreciate the beautiful things in life that are meaningful, like the little things, like your health and your happiness, the things that really, really matter. So you went through a deep ego death, and some of you have actually experienced losing someone as well, which is in turn that teaches you a lot. You have an ego death there. When you lose someone so close to you, you go through that ego death moment, is what I'm hearing. With loss though, I just want to let you know that this, when we let go, someone leaves our life, something new has to replace it. So a positive change is coming into your life, something that is going to make you quite emotional in a very good way this time. So you could be crying tears of joy. This is what's coming in for you during this month. So you could, for example, you could be someone, either yourself or someone you know is experiencing a birth, a physical birth, or you're actually going through a massive change in your life where everything that you used to have has completely changed, and you are having to get yourself, like, you feel like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. You're going to be okay. You kind of don't have a choice. It's like, it's one of those situations that you have to do it. You have to move. You have to go through with it because you have no other choice. So don't know what the situation is, but it's almost like someone being ready to give birth and they don't have an option. Like, when the water breaks, the baby's got to come out. You know what I mean? But this could also be so many different things. This is a general reading, so it could be so many different things, like, could have to do with work and stuff like that as well. Like, you have to get out, or you have to start, it's your first day of a new job or something like that, and you don't want to do it, but you're nervous or whatever, but you have no choice. It's like that. It's like the universe is literally pushing it to happen, and you have to just go with it. Go with the flow of it. So this is good. You had a lot of changes. You have a lot of things happen. Maybe this start of this year, and kind of had a lot of time to go through all of the different levels of it. But this is good, and I literally just keep hearing fresh start. This is a fresh start, and it feels a relief. I felt so relieved to just, yeah. We have the Seven of Wands. With this, because it was reversed, with the Seven of Wands, I want you to start having a little bit more belief in what you're doing as well, because you sometimes look at the direction that you're going, and before you've even started it, you try and turn back. So this is why I feel like this is happening. It's like you have no choice in the matter. So just go with it and just let yourself not be in control. Okay, because it's not about being in control of your life. Sometimes you kind of just have to let things unfold the way they're meant to happen. A lot of people have a fear of not being in control, and I think that you're one of those people. Okay, but it's very, very nice to let go. It really is. So, because I feel like you just had some things from your past that really scared you, or when it was like a moment when you let go, something bad happened, and then it triggered you to, like, not ever lose control again of your life. Okay, so this is what's happening. But right now it's like you don't, just enjoy it. Just enjoy this change and stop trying to put your foot down with everything that's happening. Just go with it. You're gonna be faced with all of these people who are stepping on your toes, and you're like, no, I don't want it like this. I want it like that. You're kind of like having a panic about these exciting changes, okay? And your higher self is laughing. It's like, why are you making a show of yourself? Just enjoy the moment. I have a real itch in my throat. I feel like this group is sick. I have an itch, and it's like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like the back of my brain is being scratched. Don't know what that is. And this is third eye as well, energy. So I don't know. I feel like you're having certain things trigger you. This could have to do with sinuses as well and stuff. like frustrated with certain things that's happening to your body as well. That could be something. But yeah, we're going to now just choose one of these. Ooh, cool. So this is a new deck. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. I feel like these two statues behind you are to do with beliefs, okay? Because they're rock solid and they're statues, it's like as if there are certain people that you used to look up to, and now you're seeing that the way they do things is not how you want to do it. So this is like the older generation, it could be, okay? And the way that they used to do things is not how you want to do them, because the page is young, the page is fresh, has new fresh ideas, is channeling information that is coming from the divine source. And some people are on the old paradigm and they're on the old belief system, you know, because these are angels, but these angels are a little bit dark in a way. So it's like, you know, there's certain beliefs around angels and demons and religion and blah blah blah, and it's just not all that it's cracked up to be, and it's not all that we think it is. So you are more switching on to these newer ideas as well, okay? And I think that is what is coming up for some of you, is that you are trying to control what other people's, how people are viewing things, or how people are listening to what you're saying. So you're going through this like period of trying to prove yourself, and you're also trying to get your point across. But when you are an apprentice, when you are starting out, no one really cares about what you have to say, because you have to prove yourself to yourself first. You have to step away from anyone that's doing it the old way and go about it on your own for a while, and then they will follow. They'll be like, oh look, they're over there building their own little community, or they're over there building their, you know what I mean, they're welcoming in all these people, and you're going to have people that resonate with you because they're just going to like your energy. They're going to view you and see what you're doing, and they're going to like it. They're going to like the stories you tell. They're going to like the information that you're writing down. So you don't share your book. Don't share your book with those who are not willing to listen. And we had that in the intro with the collective energy, and this is what's happening with you as well. Okay? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that message, but that is all I have for you, group number 4. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the future. Goodbye.